Okay, let's just face it. Jumping into a casual English chat,
Yeah.
it can sometimes feel a bit, well, sticky, right?
Oh, definitely. Like wading through treacle, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. Especially those first few moments, you're scrambling for the right thing to say, trying desperately to avoid the dreaded awkward silence. Does that ring a bell for you?
It absolutely does. That very first step, connecting with someone new, even if your English is pretty good, it can feel like a bit of a mountain to climb sometimes.
Well, that is precisely what we're going to unpack today. We've got some really practical stuff here, focusing on phrases for, well, natural English small talk.
Mm-hmm.
Think of this as your secret weapon, your cheat sheet to feeling a bit more comfortable, more confident when you're just trying to make those everyday connections.
Yeah, and our goal here is pretty straightforward, really. We want to give you some simple but really effective phrases, the kind native English speakers actually use. You know, the lines you'll hear all over the place. Chatting with colleagues by the coffee machine, maybe striking up a conversation when you're traveling, or just, bumping into someone.
And the payoff here, it's actually pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
This isn't about needing to be hilarious or having, flawless grammar.
Not at all.
It's more about building up that confidence.
Yeah.
Just enough to start a conversation, build a little trust, a little rapport, connect with people, small talk. It sounds small, but it can really make a difference.
It really can. So where should we start?
Okay, let's dive right in. First one up, a real classic.
Okay.
How's your day going?
Yes. Simple but effective.
Exactly. Let's quickly paint a picture. Imagine this. Hey, how's your day going?
Oh, not bad, thanks. Bit of a busy morning, but getting there. How about yours?
Pretty much the same. Yeah, glad it's nearly lunchtime, honestly.
You see, it seems so simple, but what's interesting, according to our sources, is how it works beyond just hello. It's like a relaxed, friendly signal that you're actually interested in them, even if it's just for a moment. It kind of says, I'm open to chatting a bit more than just nodding.
Totally. And the material we looked at really highlights how flexible it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it with coworkers, like you said, the barista making your coffee, maybe a neighbor in the lift.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that little step up from a quick hi or a nod. It gently breaks the ice.
It really does. It offers that little opening for maybe a slightly longer chat if, both people are up for it. And the sources also mention something about how you say it.
Ah, yes, the natural sound tip. Okay, so it talks about using a warm tone, maybe a little smile.
Makes sense.
And yeah, if you're face-to-face, bit of eye contact, it just shows you're genuinely asking. Keep it light, keep it friendly. That's the main thing.
And here's a really practical bit from the material. Have a simple answer ready yourself.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Because, chances are they'll ask you back. Something like, pretty good, thanks. Or maybe bit busy, but good. Just keeps things flowing nicely.
Okay, solid start. Let's move on to another absolute cornerstone of small talk. The weather.
Ah, the universal connector. Nice weather today, isn't it?
Can't go wrong, can you? Let's do another quick example. Nice weather today, isn't it?
It really is. So much better than all that rain we had last week, huh?
See? It might feel, I don't know, almost too simple sometimes. But our sources really stress that talking about the weather is a go-to for a reason.
It absolutely is. It's a neutral territory. Everyone experiences it, right? So it takes almost zero effort to comment on it.
Exactly. And perfect for those times when you don't really know the person. Like you're in an elevator or waiting in line somewhere, maybe at the airport.
Yeah, it's often the safest, easiest opener in those quick encounters. It's a shared reality right there.
And it's not always just that phrase, is it? The material gives some variations too.
That's right. Depending on, the actual weather, you might say, bit chilly today, huh? Or maybe looks like it might rain later.
Yeah.
The idea is just to notice what's happening around you and make a simple, relatable observation. Nothing too complicated.
And the natural sound tip here. Keep the tone friendly, easygoing.
Right. It's just an opener.
Exactly. You're not launching into a full meteorological report. It's just about making that first little connection. Our sources also mention maybe gesturing slightly.
Yeah, like a little nod towards the window or shrug about the rain. It just adds to that shared feeling, makes it seem more organic, not forced.
Okay, good stuff. Let's shift gears slightly. What about a phrase that maybe goes a tiny bit deeper but still keeps things light?
Okay, I think I know the one you mean. How about, what do you usually do on weekends?
That's the one. Great for showing a bit more interest. Right. Let's try it. So what do you usually do on weekends?
Oh, I often try to get out for a walk, maybe in the park if the weather's decent. How about you?
Nice. I'm usually catching up on reading, maybe trying out a new recipe or something.
What's neat about this one, I think, is how it signals you're curious about their life outside of, say, work or whatever the immediate context is.
Mm-hmm.
But it does it in a really relaxed way. It's not too personal, not intrusive. It just suggests you're open to knowing a bit more.
Totally agree. And the material points out it's a good one for like after you've just met someone or maybe during those more casual chats, lunch breaks, coffee runs, that sort of thing.
And again, there are variations, right? You could ask, got any fun weekend plans coming up? Or maybe, do you usually like a chill weekend? Or do you stay pretty busy?
Yeah, different ways to ask about the same sort of thing. Now, the natural sound tip here talks about sounding relaxed, genuinely curious,
Mm.
but the material really highlights what comes after you ask the question.
Ah, yes. This is crucial. Active listening. When they answer, you actually need to, well, listen, and then ask a follow-up question. Even something simple like, oh, that sounds fun, or hiking. Where do you usually go? Shows you're actually engaged.
Or like, oh, I've never tried that recipe thing. Is it any good? You know?
Precisely. That little follow-up, that's where the real connection starts to happen. It shows you're not just ticking boxes.
Definitely. Okay, next one. This is probably relevant to almost everyone these days. Have you seen any good movies or shows lately?
Oh, yeah, a guaranteed conversation starter. Let's do a quick back and forth.
Have you seen any good movies or shows lately?
Actually, yeah, I just finished that new sci-fi series everyone's talking about. It was surprisingly good.
Oh, really? I keep hearing about that one. Worth watching then.
Yeah, it seems like pretty much everyone watches something, right? So, as our sources point out, it's a super easy, often fun way to connect.
Perfect for those casual moments. Work breaks, maybe waiting for a meeting to start, social events.
And it works well even if you've just met someone. It taps into that shared cultural thing. Plus, it's usually pretty lighthearted.
And the natural sound tip suggests bringing a bit of like genuine energy to it, sounding like you're actually interested in what they might recommend.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe have one or two things you've watched ready yourself, just in case they turn the question back on you.
Good tip.
But even if you've drawn a blank recently, the material gives you an out, oh, not really got any recommendations for me. Keeps the ball rolling.
Nice one. Okay, last phrase in our set. This one's all about those hello stranger moments.
Right, the introduction. How about, I don't think we've met. I'm your name.
Yes, so useful. Here's how it might go. Hi, excuse me, I don't think we've met yet. I'm Alex.
Oh, hello, Alex. No, I don't think we have. I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. Say, it's just so direct but friendly. Our sources say it comes across as confident but also welcoming. It just clears up any doubt about whether you know each other or not.
Absolutely essential for things like networking events or
Yeah.
your first day somewhere new job, new class, even just parties or bigger get-togethers.
Mhm.
It just cuts through that potential awkwardness of, like, should I know you?
Definitely. And there's that slight variation too. Hi, I'm your name. I don't believe we've had the chance to meet before. Same result, slightly different phrasing.
Yeah, both work well. And the natural sound tip here, calm, welcoming voice, smile,
Always helps.
and maybe a handshake if it feels right for the situation.
Yeah.
And crucially,
Ah, yes. Say your name clearly, maybe even a little slower than you normally talk. Helps people remember it.
good point. And don't forget to ask for their name, too. Shows you're interested in actually connecting.
Exactly. Completes the introduction.
So there we have it. 5 pretty simple phrases, right?
Mm.
But as we've seen, they can be incredibly useful for smoothing out those everyday English chats.
Yeah, and the big message, I think, is that you really don't need to be some kind of small talk genius to connect with people. These kinds of straightforward phrases, just said with a bit of warmth, a bit of confidence,
Right.
they really do open doors to, well, better conversations.
Absolutely. So, okay, here's a little challenge for you listening. This week, try picking just one of these phrases
Just one.
and make a point of using it in a real situation, maybe at the coffee shop, like we said, or perhaps on a video call, or even if you do online language practice, just try it out.
Because the more you actually do it, the more natural it starts to feel. It's really about building that comfort level through, actually trying it in the real world. Practice makes, well, maybe not perfect, but definitely easier.
Exactly. And please remember, it's not about perfect grammar all the time.
Mm.
Honestly, what usually matters more is showing you're interested, having that friendly tone, and just having the courage to start.
That's the key, isn't it? Taking that first step. And look, this is just a starting point. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep practicing those little exchanges,
Mm.
and you'll definitely find your confidence growing in those everyday English conversations. It just takes a little time and practice,